Southeast Asia has become a popular destination to move to, and these Asian countries offer various types of visas that allow you to live there. So far we have looked at the visa options for Indonesia and Malaysia, and we soon discover that there are two particular visas in which you can basically buy a visa which enables you to settle there. These are the retirement visa and the second home visa. The financial requirements of the last type of visa can be pretty steep, as these countries are targeting those who can financially contribute to their economy no matter what age.
In this video we are going to check if other Southeast Asian countries offer this type of visa, and most importantly, how much money do you need to be financially qualified. The countries we are going to review are Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines and Cambodia. Make sure you watch till the very end to see which country has the most affordable requirements, as this might be a great option for you to move to.
In our latest video, we checked out the requirements for the Malaysia My Second Home program, a visa scheme that enables people to settle for a minimum of 5 years on the peninsula of Malaysia or the states of Sabah and Sarawak on Borneo Islands.
Towards the end of 2023, the requirements for My Second Home program, known as MM2H, has undergone changes, and we expect that more is going to happen in this year 2024. However, that said, the whole Malaysia My Second Home program has got us thinking, right? Do other Southeast Asian countries have something similar, and what are the main requirements?
We are not saying that if you have the possibility to move abroad that you should choose it based on how easy you can obtain a visa. In the end, we think you'll feel comfortable and happy living in a country you've grown fond of because of its people, culture, nature and weather.
Yeah. So let's start off with Indonesia. Indonesia has both the retirement visa and the second home visa, which was launched at the end of 2022. The main requirements for the multi-entry retirement visa in Indonesia are: you must be 60 years or older, have proof of a monthly income of $3,000 or $36,000 a year. For the 5-year visa, you need to open a state-owned bank account of savings with $50,000.
As you can tell, Indonesia is aiming for really wealthy retirees. So how about their second home visa? The main requirements for this 5 to 10 years long-term visa are a deposit of 2 billion Indonesia rupiah in a local bank or purchase real estate for the same amount.
This visa targets investors, long-term tourists and retirees. Just like the retirement visa, you are not allowed to work in Indonesia. However, with the second home visa, you are allowed to invest in Indonesia and conduct business, such as purchasing shares in local companies or in luxury real estate. Additional benefit is that you can bring dependents with you, such as your kids and parents. The retirement visa is for the applicant and partner only.
So let's continue with Singapore. Well, we can be pretty quick here, as Singapore doesn't offer any form of retirement visa unless you have worked in Singapore for many years. As for a second home visa, Singapore doesn't offer any too. Singapore is a rich country that probably doesn't need to attract foreigners who want to invest their savings in order to contribute to the local economy.
So how about Malaysia? Instead of a retirement visa, Malaysia only has a My Second Home program that is eligible for retirees or those 30 years or older. As mentioned, we did an extensive video on the My Second Home program for the 3 states of Malaysia. All 3 states offer their own My Second Home program, and their main requirements are different as well.
If you wish to stay on the Malaysia Peninsula, then you need to get the MM2H. The requirements for this visa has been revised in December 2023, and there might be upcoming changes. But the financial requirements of the MM2H are: you need to be at least 30 years old, you need to transfer a fixed deposit to a Malaysian bank. The amount can range between 500,000 ringgit and 5 million ringgit. It all depends on the category you choose.
You can either go for silver, which gives you 5 years renewable residency, Gold allows you 15 years residency and Platinum offers you the possibility for a permanent residency. So far, there has not been an announcement of a required minimum monthly income yet.
This is different compared to the SMM2H, which is the second home program for the states Sarawak and Sabah. If you wish to live in these states, you have to apply for one of the SMM2H programs. However, with the SMM2H, you cannot reside on the Malaysia Peninsula and vice versa.
Now, the financial requirements for the Sarawak MM2H are: have a monthly income such as pension, salary or rental income of 7,000 ringgit. Have a fixed deposit of 150,000 ringgit. If you are between 30 and 49 years old, you have to own a residential house in Sarawak of at least 600,000 ringgit. Or have children under 21 years old who are enrolled in a school in Sarawak.
In the case for the Sabah MM2H, the requirements are an income of 10,000 ringgit per month, and if you are younger than 50, you need to show liquid assets worth a minimum of 500,000 ringgit, and those above 50 years old, it is 350,000 ringgit. You must have a fixed deposit in Sabah of 150,000 ringgit, and if you are older than 50 years old, it is 300,000 ringgit.
For all three second home programs, you are only allowed to use a certain percentage of your fixed deposit after 1 or 2 years for expenses in Malaysia such as tourism, medical, car, house or educational purposes, right?
Yep. Again, like Indonesia, with the MM2H you can buy property and spouses and children can be included. However, you are not allowed to work within Malaysia. But with the MM2H you can establish a private limited company in Malaysia, but you cannot participate in its daily operations. As you can see, the financial requirements for the SMM2H are lower than the MM2H. For more details on these visa, have a look at our other video on visas for Malaysia.
So let's have a closer look at Malaysia's neighbouring country, Thailand. In Thailand there are two types of retirement visa, known as the OA visa and the OX visa. Again, like other countries, you are not allowed to work on this visa.
This visa is only applicable for those who are above 50 years. If you would go for the 5 years extendable to 10 years retirement visa, you will need to have a security deposit of at least 3 million Thai baht in a Thai bank account, or have a deposit in a Thai bank in Thailand of 1.8 million Thai baht and have an income of at least 1.2 million Thai baht per year.
Just like Malaysia, you are not allowed to withdraw this money for at least 1 year, and if you do after the first year, then 1.5 million Thai baht can only be spent in Thailand. Again, quite similar to Malaysia. There are only 14 countries that are allowed to apply for the retirement visa.
Instead of a second home visa, Thailand has the Thai privilege visa, also known as the Thailand Elite Membership. There is no age limit to join. This membership is categorized as a long-term multi-entry tourist visa, allowing residency in Thailand along with additional benefits for a period between 5, 10 or 15 years, depending on the chosen package in exchange for a membership fee.
Instead of calling it a visa, it is seen as a membership. It sounds more exclusive, don't you think? Especially since they keep highlighting that the membership comes with lots of privileges and benefits. Also, instead of transferring a deposit, they call it a membership fee. This membership has no annual fees. However, it is non-refundable or transferable.
So the gold membership gives you a 5-year stay and costs 900,000 Thai baht. It is the lowest entry level, however you are not allowed to add family to this visa. The platinum membership is a 10-year membership visa. It provides a multi-entry 5-year visa and is renewable for another 5 years. The costs are 1.5 million Thai baht. For additional family members, there is a fee of 1 million Thai baht. The diamond package is a 15-year membership visa. It is renewable for another 5 years, twice through the 15 years membership duration. Membership costs are 2.5 million Thai baht. For additional family members, there is a fee of 1.5 million Thai baht.
Besides differences in duration and whether or not you can bring additional family members, the difference lies in the VIP and immigration services. healthcare benefits and lifestyle differences. So the biggest difference between Thailand and the other two we just discussed is that you pay a fee and that's it. No deposits or whatsoever.
So once you are a member, you cannot work for a company in Thailand or apply for a Thai work permit. Also, you cannot establish a business or sell goods or services in Thailand. You are basically paying for a membership to stay in Thailand, just like you will pay for membership to use a gym. It's as simple as that.
The next country is Vietnam. Just like Singapore, Vietnam doesn't seem to want to encourage retirees to settle there, as it doesn't have a retirement visa. They also don't have a second home visa, but they do invite people to come over to actively invest or establish a business there. We're not going to go into detail in Vietnam about the investor visa, but we did read that many investors are establishing and expanding their businesses in Vietnam. So it is definitely smart to search more in-depth information about the Vietnam investor visa if you are thinking of moving there.
So from what we know so far, the next country has the lowest financial requirements when it comes to a retirement visa or a visa similar to a second home visa. It's the Philippines. Their retirement visa, known as the SRRV, used to be popular because you could even get this lifetime visa if you were just 35 years or older. Unfortunately, in 2021, the Philippines changed the requirements.
Currently, you need to be at least 50 years old to apply for one of the 5 types of SSRV retirement visas. For the most popular, you need to have a deposit of $20,000 in a Filipino accredited bank, or actively invest for a minimum of $50,000 or have a long-term lease on a house. In this case, you also need to deposit $10,000 into a bank in the Philippines, but also prove you have a pension of at least $800.
So what if you are not 50 yet? Unfortunately, they do not have a second home program or something like Indonesia, Thailand, or Malaysia. So instead, if you want to live long-term in the Philippines, you only have the choice in either the special investors resident visa or special visa for employment generation. Both visas require you to invest or start a business within the Philippines. So similar to Vietnam, if you're not eligible for a retirement visa but still want to live long-term in the Philippines, you need to actively invest in the country.
We have now come to the last country on our list, Cambodia. When it comes to the retirement visa, the requirements are pretty simple. You need to be 55 years old or older, and you need to prove that you are retired. That's it. No deposits or minimum monthly income.
But what if you are not 55 yet? In 2022, Cambodia launched its own My Second Home program. It isn't what we expected when we compare it with Malaysia or Indonesia. It is more an investment visa that comes with a lot of additional benefits and privileges.
With the My Second Home program, you can stay around 10 years. And after 5 years, you can even apply for a Cambodian passport. The main requirements are you have to invest $100,000 or more in Cambodia in real estate or a Cambodian business. Half of it is considered membership fee and it is for the government processing fee. The remaining $50,000 or more must be invested into assigned luxury real estate projects.
With this membership, you are allowed to work, bring dependents, and like Thailand, it comes with a whole list of benefits and privileges such as investment consulting, legal and tax consultation, education and translation, and even 1 year free healthcare.
So, after checking these 7 countries, we can pretty much conclude that in most cases you need to be pretty well off, since you are required to transfer a certain amount as a fixed deposit, which you can either can't use or can, but only for purposes that will benefit the country of which you receive this visa.
You can describe it as a win-win situation, or you can see it as a country taking advantage of wealthy people, considering the financial requirements are very high. But in the end, why not? These countries are in a position to ask this and just want to select the people that can contribute to the country.
In the end, it's up to you to decide if you are financially qualified and if it's worth or not too risky to transfer such large amounts to a local bank account.
Yeah, so we have come to the end of this video. We hope you found the information useful, and if so, please consider pressing the like button and subscribing to our channel.
If you want to leave a comment, then we are happy to read them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video.
Bye-bye!